Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Weekly Affirmations for Creatives. I'm Michelle Tracy Berger, and I'm so happy you're with me today. If you're new to this channel and to my work, I take a fun and accessible approach to creativity, and affirmations really changed my life. And I think that they support and amplify work by creative people. And this year, I've been posting a weekly practice of sharing an affirmation, an original affirmation, and also doing videos about affirmations. So, welcome. It's week 9. Let's dive in. I have a three-part, three-sentence affirmation for you. I will say it all 3 times, and I'll say all 3 parts, and I'll say that 3 times. And then I'll say a little bit about it. Okay. Moods are transient. My writing life is here to stay. I consistently show up for it. Moods are transient. My writing life is here to stay. I consistently show up for it. Moods are transient. My writing life is here to stay. I consistently show up for it. That just saying those sentences just makes me feel strong, powerful, resilient, committed. Let me share a little bit about what inspired this. So, 10 years ago in 2016, I posted an original affirmation daily to my blog for 366 days. And so 10 years later, and that completely changed my life. And I have some videos, or there should be some videos about that, what that practice did for me as an artist, as a creative. And so 10 years later, I'm taking the 52 most powerful of those affirmations and sharing them with you. So this was inspired by an amazing writer, speaker, and personal transformation coach. Her name was Barabra Sher, and that's Sher. And she wrote a lot of popular, well-known books, including Wishcraft, How to Get What You Really Want. And for many years, I had one of her quotes I kept it on my laptop. And it went like this: Moods are very short, projects are very long. And I just love that quote. And what it reminds us is that we cannot wait for the mood to strike us as creative people, that we must sit down and do our work and engaged with our work, even if we're not feeling like it. And also that they're transitory, they're transient, they change. And when I look back at my creative work, I can't tell when I'm actually reading it, I can't tell the times that I sat down that I didn't feel like I was in the mood, but I wrote anyway. I can't tell those times. And usually you can't too, as when you're doing creative work, that the finished product doesn't show or distinguish all the other transitions that went into it. So we really want to be aware if we have this mindset that we can only work when we're inspired or when we are feeling creative, because usually we're just not going to feel that on a day-to-day time. So her quote was, moods are very short, projects are very long. So the affirmation, if we break it down, moods are transient, just talked about that. My writing life is here to stay. There's something so powerful about affirming that, saying that to yourself out loud, writing it, my writing life. And of course, if you're not a writer, please adapt this to what makes sense for you. But that it's here, that you're claiming it. You're claiming that this is who you are and that it's not going anywhere. And remember, I did a whole video on the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind accepts through repetition new patterns, new attitudes, new behaviors that become habits over time. So that third part, I consistently show up for it. And consistency is super important. It's like the secret sauce to success, right? And consistency around writing can look a lot of different ways. And I've talked about this in another video in terms of making sure you get your momentum and motivation and keeping that up, which helps with consistency. So I had suggested that you think about either thinking about consistently doing pages. So that could look like 1 page a day, 5 pages a week, 10 pages a week, 30 pages a month, some some way to measure that. So pages is one way. Words is another way that people tend to use it to track and keep them consistently on track. So it could be 100 words a day, 250 words a day, 1,000 words a week. It really doesn't matter. But once you make that commitment that you're consistent to that as much as you can, and then the other way people track and are consistent in terms of writing is tracking through time. So you're writing for 20 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 50 minutes a day, 3 hours a week. You can break that up into, it could be for very specified days, or you could just say, I write 3 hours a week, and you just make sure you get that done. It could be that you write for 4 hours on Saturdays. So pages, words, and time are really great. If you don't have a foundation of that, you might want to explore that as you're kind of putting together that foundation that will support your creative life. And then this helps you anchor it. So think about this, use this, see how this lands for you. And of course, always adapt it in terms of making it work. Changing the words might make it work better for you. But write out. See also if any resistance is coming up. And this is a great one to use when you really don't feel like working, right? You just feel like I don't have anything to give. Say, moods are transient. My writing life is here to stay. I consistently show up for it. And can you give it 5 minutes? Right? It doesn't have to be 3 hours every day, but can you move past that level of resistance? That's a question. So let me know how this lands for you. And of course, if you've gotten value from this video, please like it. And subscribe. Please do that. If you're interested in some of my other offerings, would love to see you in my community. And if you know someone another creative who would like to, or really be supported in moving from maybe negative self-talk to more neutral and ideally positive self-talk over time, share my affirmation work with them. And yeah, just let's get that support flowing through our community so that we can move forward and get more of our work out into the world. Thanks so much, and I will see you next week.